Okay, we're going live right now. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube today, and now, no, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. What is up, my friends? Today is Wednesday, and we're going to talk about the problems with the lead generation industry. So there are, um, you know, lots of reasons why you may or may not want to buy leads from a company. And so this video is really targeted, or is going to make the most sense for those of you that are in the home service industry. The home service industries tend to buy leads from lead generation companies. The personal service industry doesn't do that as much as far as I know. So you definitely, if you're in the personal services industry, like healthcare, for instance, or personal care, then you really have to generate your own leads. But with home services, you can buy leads, and I'm going to talk about why you may or may not want to do that and what the potential problems are with that business. So, my name is Steve, and I am working with lead generation for home service companies all over the country with our partners at eForce Web. And shout out to you guys. And we have a lot of partners who are selling leads to industry specific clients. But what I'm going to talk about today is why those of you in the home service industry may or may not want to be buying leads from from lead generation companies. Elm City CrossFit, thanks for joining us, Sierra. Happy to see you here. And when you have like a gym like that, then generating leads works very differently. But today we are talking about home service businesses, and actually I would like to talk a little bit more about how you would promote a gym or like a healthcare office or something like that. So I'll be doing that in a future video. But right now we're going to strictly be talking about buying leads. So here's what a lot of us don't consider when it's time to buy leads. I apologize. I have a little wild puppy dog over here. Okay, so when you're buying leads, you have to consider a couple things. One, are these lead generation companies selling leads to my competitors? The answer is yes, because when you have a company that is setting up a lead generation system, whether that it's usually on Google, right? If you're buying leads, those leads, if they're exclusive, live, at all customized to your business, then those leads are coming from Google. And that is something that is good. You want the leads to come from Google, but it does take some investment to get that set up. So what a lead generation company is going to do is they're going to sell leads to you, and they're going to sell leads to your competitors. And that's why it's almost impossible to get enough leads from one company. So a lot of the home service companies that we talk to are buying leads from sources all over, as many lead sources as they can get, and they still can't get enough leads. So the next thing that you want to consider is that those leads are drastically marked up. You're not taking any risk, so the company that is taking the risk is going to mark up the leads. It's usually anywhere from 30 to 50%. So it makes sense. They should, but you're simply paying too much for your leads. And if that's your primary source of business, then that is a problem, because at the end of the quarter, the end of the year, you just paid way too much to generate business. So you we'll talk about what else you can do, but you can potentially save 50% on your uh, business development by generating your own leads. So other things to consider about buying leads from a lead generation company that you probably haven't considered is that you are essentially branding somebody else's business rather than your own. So let's say you buy 100 leads from a company, you pay that high markup. Well, essentially, it could have been profitable, but you paid more than you should have. And you also, through that whole process of spending money, you have branded the lead generation company's website rather than your own in the community or wherever it is that they are advertising. So when you're doing your own lead generation, you're branding your own company. So look at it like this. This is where it really makes sense. If you were to Google, for example, a pest control company. So pest control near me. Almost any metropolitan area, or really most places in the United States, you're likely to get a Home Advisor website or an Angie's website or both. And if a customer goes to Home Advisor or Angie's and enters in their information looking for a pest control company, well, they might find you there if you are working with those companies. But in the process of spending money with those companies, you have essentially helped them to brand their company rather than yours. You're just a supplier. And next time that customer searches, even if they had a great experience with you, the next time that customer is looking for pest control, they are very likely to go right back to Home Advisor or Angie's. Instead, what you want to do is make sure that your website is the one that's found and bypass the third-party lead generation company. So those are a couple of the most important reasons, or they're not reasons that you shouldn't, because sometimes you should be buying your leads from another company. And primarily it makes sense if you essentially have a steady stream of inbound calls or leads already. Okay, so you are already doing your own advertising or your own branding or whatever it is that you're doing to generate business. You already have that in place, and you just need to supplement with some extra business. Then it can make sense to buy leads one by one. You just need to fill out the calendar a little bit because you're not getting quite enough yet, but you're working on it. And in that process, you can buy some leads from a lead generation company, and it'll make sense. It's not going to be your primary source of leads, but when you want to, when you're growing and when you're trying to create that steady stream of calls, you want to actually work on your own lead generation. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about what it is you can do to generate your own leads. And that will actually apply to a broader spectrum of businesses other than just the home service industry. It will apply to the personal services, which you talk about, which are, personal care, healthcare, massage, acupuncture, gyms, and a wide range of brick and mortar businesses. So with that, come here, buddy. Come here. Okay. Say hi. This is Mr. Happy. He's new to the family, and he's a little bit crazy over here. So anyway, so yeah, tomorrow we'll talk about some of the things you can do to generate your own leads. And for now, I'm going to sign off, but that should give you some good ideas if you are in the home services, what you should consider when you are buying your own leads. All right. With that, thanks for hanging out, Sierra. And if you did watch this video to the end, check out my video ask. If you click on the link in my description that's on Instagram, it should be actually in the other ones too. You can enter into basically a video conversation with me, so I can help you to kind of determine what would be a good approach for you to generate your leads for your business. All right, with that, I got to get on to another meeting, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Will you stop?